Welcome to Learn It, a series of digital scrapbooking tutorials by Studio Wendy at Scrapbook Graphics. Today we're looking at Protect Them. It's a series of actions to help you blur faces in your subjects when posting online for personal or security reasons. There are 3 different actions in this set. They all do the same thing but work just a little bit differently depending on your personal preference. The first thing you want to do is open your photo and run the dupe action, which is going to duplicate the layer. Then the next thing you want to do is choose from either 1, 2, or 3 and run the blur action. We're going to start with number 1 just to demonstrate it. And when we press play, you'll see we have a message that says have your face loosely selected with your marquee tool and then press play. The action will blur the face, run it on a duplicate, which we're doing here, if you want to preserve the original. Now because I don't have that layer selected, I'm going to go ahead and press stop. I'm going to get my marquee tool, turn it to the elliptical marquee, and then I'm going to draw a circle around the subject. Personally, I like to start in the center, hold down the Shift and Option or just Option key to select right out from the center and get the basic shape that I want. When I'm done with that, I can let go of my Option key and click and drag in the middle to reposition it where I want it. Then I'm going to go ahead and press play to pick right up where we left off with the action. You'll see here that our face has now been blurred. I can just select this layer now and drag it onto my layout. I can also go ahead and run this on a photo that's already been placed onto a layout. That's perfectly fine. So that's the first action. The second version is similar in that you want to start with your selection already made loosely around the face there. And the main difference, though, is this is intended for running on a photo that is placed on a layout, and when it's completed with blurring the face, it will actually save and resize and save a 600 pixel version for uploading. I wanted to point out, too, that you can do multiple faces at once by simply selecting the second area, pretend that this over here was a face, hold in the Shift key, click and drag to add a second face. The problem with it is when you are doing that, if you don't get it quite right and you want to move it around, you're going to be moving both circles at the same time. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so then we have our selection made. We're going to go ahead and press play. It tells us our faces need to be selected. Press continue. And you'll see here, let me drag this out of the way. Our image has been resized here and the face has been blurred, and we can just go ahead and save that. Now let me back up in my history and show you the third version. Now the third version is a little bit different. So if you're using the third version, you want to go ahead and run the duplicate document action, and this actually places a new layer on top of our background layer here. And the purpose for this is so that we can grab our paintbrush, scroll down to our Protect Them brushes. We have a choice between a child brush and an adult brush. The child brush is a slightly more rounded face, and we're just going to paint right over a face. And this is really great because if you do have a second face, you can quickly and easily size it and paint in that second area. You can also increase and decrease by using the bracket keys on your keyboard to quickly locate and paint over each of the faces. Once all of your faces have been painted onto one layer, you can go ahead and run the blur action. And I'm going to hit cancel here just so you can see this. Zoom in. You'll see here now that both of our areas have been blurred, and this is really handy when you do have multiple faces on the same one. I think it works much better. So that's the 3 Protect Them actions. I hope you find them useful. Thanks for watching this episode of Learn It.